The British monarchy has endured scandals, betrayals, and internal strife for centuries, but nothing compares to the current crisis ignited by Prince Harry's latest Instagram post. A move so incendiary that King Charles III has reportedly cut all ties with his youngest son. According to close royal sources, the fallout from Harry's public embarrassment of the royal family was not spontaneous or accidental, but rather the result of a sustained campaign of disruption orchestrated by Meghan Markle herself. Behind the scenes, Meghan's influence over Harry has transformed palace disagreements into an all-out war, culminating in a royal rupture that may be impossible to repair. Observers within the royal household have long noticed Meghan Markle's disruptive presence, but it was only after Harry's recent social media outburst that the full extent of her antagonistic role became clear. Those close to the family recall that Harry, prior to his marriage, was a dutiful if occasionally rebellious royal, loyal to tradition and always mindful of the monarchy's public image. Since Meghan's arrival, however, palace insiders have documented a pattern of provocation, with Meghan reportedly encouraging Harry to air grievances in public and to disregard the protocol that has kept the House of Windsor stable for generations. This latest Instagram post, in which Harry openly criticized royal traditions and made personal digs at senior family members, was the final straw for King Charles. According to a senior palace aide, the king's decision to sever ties was neither rash nor emotional. His Majesty has tolerated much, but this was a direct assault on the dignity of the crown. The prince has chosen his path and the king has chosen his. The consequences of Harry's actions under Meghan's guidance have rippled far beyond the confines of the palace walls. Royal staff have observed how Meghan's confrontational style has alienated longtime allies and created a toxic atmosphere within the family. Multiple sources confirm that she has repeatedly urged Harry to reject conciliatory gestures from his father and brother, instead pushing for public confrontation and media spectacle. The couple's infamous interviews and public statements, many of which have been coordinated and scripted by Meghan's own PR advisors, have only deepened the chasm between Harry and his royal relatives. According to former royal communications officers, Meghan's behind-the-scenes manipulation was often at odds with the private wishes of Harry, who confided in staff about his anxiety and regret over the family breakdown. Yet, under Meghan's influence, every opportunity for reconciliation has been systematically undermined, leaving Harry increasingly isolated. The damage, insiders say, is not just emotional but institutional. King Charles's decision to cut ties with Harry is unprecedented in recent royal history, signaling a hard line against the chaos sown by the Sussexes. Those responsible for the monarchy's continuity view Meghan as the driving force behind a strategy aimed at destabilizing the institution from within. The Queen's former private secretary has described Meghan's actions as calculated and relentless, noting that her disregard for royal tradition is matched only by her appetite for media attention. The fallout from Harry's Instagram post has already prompted a review of royal protocols and security measures, as the family braces for further provocations. It is clear to those on the inside that Meghan's role has not been that of a misunderstood outsider, but of a determined disruptor, one who has, deliberately and methodically, encouraged Harry to burn the bridges that once anchored him to his heritage. As the dust settles, it is evident that this latest rupture is not an isolated incident, but the culmination of years of discord, manipulation, and strategic antagonism. King Charles's severance of ties with Harry marks a turning point not just for the monarchy, but for the public's understanding of the forces at play behind the palace gates. Far from the sympathetic narrative often spun by their supporters, those with direct knowledge of royal affairs are adamant Meghan Markle's influence has been corrosive and divisive, pushing Harry further from his family and deeper into a cycle of public embarrassment and private regret. With the king's decision, the royal family has drawn a line, one that, for now, leaves Harry and Meghan on the outside looking in, the damage of their campaign laid bare for all to see.